We're live from Bayfront Park. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Rebels taking on the Tigers. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And on the mound now, Herman. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
McCarthy with another scorching run of play lately. Grounds one to short. To first, and the first out of the game is an easy one. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Evan McCarthy.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
Now 2 balls and a strike.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Well, outside, and the count is 3-1. Draws the walk there.
Pitches out.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So up next, Nasim Nunez. Runner takes off. Cut on and miss. Throw to second. Save. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Pickoff move to second. Woodson dives back in safely. Armbruster with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Man at second. Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. James digs in now. That misses, and it's 2-1.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Runner at second, 2 down. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. There's a swing and a drive. And that gets down into the gap. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Breaking ball was in a decent spot down and in, but he did a really nice job getting to it before it tied him up.
Now it's going to be Chris Gentry.
That's ball 2.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now. Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Brown makes the play, and that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 1-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And today's starting pitcher, Samuel Aldegari.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Bottom of the first, and stepping in is the speedy Enrique Bradfield Jr. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And a swing and a miss. And there's one away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And the batter will be the shortstop. One down, base is empty. That one misses. And a count 2-1. On the ground. And that's just foul. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, Rick Rollins.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And a foul ball. And that's off the outside edge. The count now 2-2.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Puts it away for the out. as the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Say goodbye to that one. So he blasts one out the other way. Home run number 15 on the year. It's 2-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So 1 out, nobody on. And here's the first baseman. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Batting up, the third baseman, number 31.
Here's the third baseman. Armbruster checks the runner, and he's back in safely. Kicks and fires.
Nope.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Out number 2.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Swing and a ground ball. Gets it to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Austin Callahan. Alden Gary was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. And now it's 1-2. Hit hard on the ground to short. Slings to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the left fielder.
So here's Brown at the plate. Brown working through some struggles lately. Next offering misses, and a count 2-1.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
1 out, bases empty. Fouled off left side. In the air, left field, down the line. Boom. Squeezes it, and there's 2 away.
Batting sixth, the center fielder.
Now at the plate, Vance Honeycutt.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Swings through that one for strike two.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. After two, it's a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back, and coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. That one inside, look out. Aye.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
In the air, left field, down the line, and just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
And a big swing and a miss.
So hard to touch.
2 balls,
Being
2
at the
strikes.
top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because...
And there's the third out. That'll do it for the inning. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
24.
And that's way high. And it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one off
that's
the
out.
outside edge. That's out to center field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Emmanuel.
And now Emmanuel Rivera. The 2-1. That's a laser base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. And you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
And now it's going to be Brett Wisely.
2-2 to count.
Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
In there. And so now 1-2.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next one just misses. 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 outs. That one misses, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Take your bait.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Outside corner, got him looking. And we're back. Now the left fielder, Chris Gentry.
Chris Gentry.
Lifted in the air, right field, on his way in. And a quick out, number 1.
The batter, number 9. Second base.
Rick Rollins now at the plate. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That misses, and it's 2-1. Back to the mound. He's got it. Tosses to first. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher Anthony Mulrine.
2 outs. Base is empty. Here's the catcher, Anthony Mulrine. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. Throws to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So they go quietly there. And midway in the 4th, the Rebels have the advantage, 2-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And the batter now, Samuel Basallo.
Basallo.
Next offering is down low.
Well, these players just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
On the ground, out to short. Handles, throws to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Austin.
You got to be kidding me. Did you see that throw?
Not really, Boog. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Austin Callahan. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him swinging. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. So 2 down now, and here is Seth Brown. And a 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's outside. And that's ball 2. Got him looking. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
First baseman, number 3.
Swang and a high fly ball in the air left field. Brown raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting, number 31.
Now the third baseman. Inside ball 4.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Herman out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Number 29 takes over on the mound.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
So digging in, Evan McCarthy. Man at first, 1 away. Runner on the move. That's to third, and it kicks off the bag. Throw comes in quickly, so even with the runner on the move, he holds it second. That ups his hitting streak to lucky number 13.
The Baker's dozen, Boog, and it doesn't seem like a huge number, but anytime you get to the point where you've hit in every game for almost 2 weeks straight, that's a sign of what kind of rhythm you're in.
And now here is Charles Woodson. Out towards left center. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The center fielder, number 2, Nassim Nunez.
And now the center fielder, Nassim Nunez. Nunez with some impressive production lately. First and second, 2 down, and we're at the top of the 5th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's...
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the center fielder, Vance Honeycutt. And that one hammered. That's back there. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. Home run number 10 on the year. It's 2-1.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now a chance for Martinez. Popped up. He's got it, and there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Emmanuel Rivera, the next to hit. One out, base is empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
One down, base is empty.
2-2 the count.
Stays alive. Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now it's the second baseman, Brett Wisely. Here's a 1-1. Right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Paul James. Ball and a strike. And there's a ball.
This group of hitters putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
That's a strike and a full count now.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming. He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Here's the left fielder, Chris Gentry. 1-1 now. Hard hit to third. Zips it to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Here's the second baseman, Rick Rollins. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the DH, Enrique Bradfield Jr.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Movement in the bullpen. Roberts, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Medeiros, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That one a little bit high. 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now it's the shortstop. The 2-1. Out in front and foul to the left side.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Fastball is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Samuel Basallo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That's ripped into the outfield. Nunez flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Samuel Basallo. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
2-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Comes the 2-2. Runner on the go. Got him swinging. Throw there. Safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Samuel Aldegari won't go any further, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment. Number 14 comes on now.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
And here's the first baseman, Austin Callahan. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Outside low, and it's 2-1. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Next offering is in for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jake Bird.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Well, one-run game. Now here is Anthony Mulrine.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Under it. Hauls it in for the out. And now the first baseman. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Honeycutt gets under it. Makes the grab, and there's two gone.
The batter, number 31.
Here's the third baseman. Hit on the ground to short. The throw to first, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The left fielder, Seth Brown.
Just
Nope.
missed.
2 balls, 1 strike. Yep, that ball went out.
Vance Honeycutt in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Right through there for a strike.
Full count.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So up next, Vance Honeycutt. And that is downstairs. 2-1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Slider misses outside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Martinez getting ready to hit. That's through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ripped to right. Hauls it in to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the eighth, and now the shortstop, Evan McCarthy. Just off the outside edge. Ball two.
Ball! That pitch is out.
That one down the line. Oh, he gloves it. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Cat-like reflexes on that one. Makes the dive, has to get up. Clean exchange to throw a strike across the diamond. And what a tremendous play.
Digging in, Charles Woodson. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And save. He busted it down the line for that infield single.
It's good hustle. And when you're talking about an emerging leader on a team, those are the things that are going to be necessary for him to do to set that example, you know, game in, game out.
So digging in, Nasim Nunez. Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So now here's the DH, Paul James. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. 2 outs. And it's even up. And that one is lifted in the air, under it. And makes the grab. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Roberts.
And he's been fantastic this year, really stingy in terms of allowing base runners. He's just got great stuff that's tough to square up.
Well, 1-run game. Emmanuel Rivera digs in now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down on strikes, looking for the 2nd straight plate appearance.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1, any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Now it's the 2nd baseman, Brett Wisely. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Got him swinging.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
So now the DH spot, Enrique Bradfield Jr. To third. Sends it across to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Johnny Rodriguez.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
So digging in, Chris Gentry.
The left fielder, Chris Gentry.
Here's a 1-1. That one way inside. Fouls one off. 2-2. Got it. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, he clearly didn't recognize that curveball out of the hand and tried to check the swing, just went around too far, and you're hoping the umpire maybe missed it, and they bail you out.
And here's the catcher, Anthony Mulrine. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 3-1.
Get as many high fives as possible, man. This guy's a ball of energy right now and having the game of his life.
And here's the first baseman. And there's a foul ball. Inside, just missed. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Diaz. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Number 16.
And the batter will be the shortstop.
This kid is so special.
He's a shortstop by trade and big-time power. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, the catcher, Samuel.
He's 2 outs away. Basallo will hit next.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the ninth means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Struck him out looking. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So it's their last chance in this one. Austin Callahan now at the plate. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. To first, and this should do it. And that is the ball game.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long